Okay, what's up everybody? How are you people doing here? Back again with another video here, and I felt like I need to make this video. So as you can see, I'm filming this video in my car here, obviously compared to me filming regularly hip-hop videos, hip-hop news videos in my room and all that stuff. But I want to make this video in defense of Megan Thee Stallion, just because, you know, if there is one thing I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing on social media, is people that are criticizing and or bashing on Megan. Like, people need to seriously give Megan a break, because as you guys know, I'm a fan of Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I always back her whether people like it or not, because, you know, she's one of my favorite hip-hop artists to listen to. And whenever I see people criticize her for handling, you know, the whole Tory Lanez case, you know, I just think to myself that all the people that are criticizing her, I personally think that they should put themselves in Megan's shoes. You know, put yourself in her shoes, you know, if you're going to go out of your way and still criticize Megan after everything she's been through, you know, losing both her parents. I mean, I can't imagine the pain of that, you know, and I can sympathize with Megan just because, you know, I've been in that situation too, losing somebody close to me that I care about. You know, one of my best friends that passed away, you know, 5 years ago. It's the worst feeling ever, and it can really break you mentally as a person, you know, losing somebody that you care about a lot, you know, that you've been with your entire life. Like, that's the worst, you know, trauma ever. And that's one way how I can, you know, sympathize with Megan, you know, and everything she's been through, you know. And it's just dumb as hell that I'm still, you know, whenever I go on her Instagram, you know, and I scroll and I read the comments, you know, I see people just leaving her just the most vile comments ever. And my honest response to that is, knock it off, okay? If you don't have anything, you know, anything kind to say to her, just leave her alone. Then don't say anything, okay? You're just making her life a whole lot harder by leaving just really nasty and vile comments, you know, because let's be honest, most people that are, you know, talking shit about Megan on social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you know, the same people that are doing that, they probably would be begging for a picture or an autograph in real life if they saw Megan, whether it's at the mall or wherever it's at a public event gathering or something, wherever, you know. I guess if you stumble upon her, you know, because I imagine that sometimes, you know, she stumbles upon fans in real life, and, you know, those people that, you know, say all that stuff on social media, they wouldn't be saying that stuff in front of her face, you know. That's one thing for sure. You know, it's very easy for people to criticize her when, you know, they were not there that night, you know, when Tory Lanez shot her in the foot. And listen, man, you know, the real question people should be asking themselves, instead of, you know, them asking about, the real question that people should be asking themselves about this case here is, why would Tory Lanez pull out a gun on a defenseless Megan Thee Stallion? That's the real question everybody should be asking in this case, okay? Instead of trying to twist the story just to come up with some bullcrap narrative when you weren't there, you know. I can see why Megan's lawyers likely will be going after all the people that, you know, are basically spreading misinformation about the case. I can understand why, you know. I mean, it's like, instead of spreading misinformation about the case, how about they actually gather facts, you know, instead of just, you know, trying to twist and turn the story, like how, you know, some of these hip-hop tea gossip channels are doing. And yeah, man, you know, Megan, she hasn't posted on her Instagram, let alone been active on social media ever since, you know, the Tory Lanez verdict. And obviously, I hope she's doing okay. You know, I wish her all the best. You know, hope she heals from this, you know, tragedy, because I can't imagine, from this incident, because I can't imagine how traumatic it must have been for her, you know, being in that situation. Like, you know, I would never wish this upon anybody, you know. And the fact that people are still going out of their way to you know, criticize Megan is just absolutely ridiculous and pathetic, you know. So I mean, really, the only thing you're doing by criticizing Megan is that you're just making yourself look like a total clown, okay? It's like, if you don't have anything useful and or any words of kindness to say to her, then just leave her alone. Don't say anything to her then, okay? Don't post anything on her Instagram if you can't, you know, come up with some, you know, if you can't show her any compassion, okay? It's just ridiculous, man, because obviously, you know, I'm really glad that, you know, it didn't turn fatal, that incident. You know, I'm glad she was able to come back from this, and I imagine that, you know, she's healing from this, because obviously I can't imagine how stressful it must have been for her in that situation, being shot in the foot, you know, then requiring emergency surgery to remove all the bullet fragments from her foot. Like, it must have been, you know, very traumatic for her. And the fact that people are still very ignorant about this is just, you know, ridiculous. By just criticizing her. It's dumb. It's stupid as hell. So yeah, man, to Megan, if she ever does come across this video, I highly doubt she ever will, but if she does, man, ignore the freaking haters. Ignore these freaking ignorant idiots trying to bring you down. Just keep doing your thing, Megan, you know, just ignore the haters, man. You know, haters gonna hate. But yeah, it's just dumb that people are criticizing her, man. It's stupid as hell, because it's like, you know, she didn't do anything to Tori, okay? I mean, well, I don't know what happened, but the real question, the real thing I'm trying to wonder is, why would Tori pull out a gun on a defenseless Megan? That's the real question everybody should be asking about, you know, what happened that night she was shot in the foot. Seriously, that's the question you should be asking yourself instead of criticizing Megan. So yeah, I feel like I pretty much already said what I had to say about this case, because I quite frankly have nothing much else to say except that, you know, hey, give Megan Thee Stallion a break, okay? She's been through so much stuff that people just need to, you know, let her heal, okay? Just let her freaking heal. Seriously, man.